Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's project features the Friends for Life stamp set and coordinating dies. If you haven't already checked out this suite of products, it's in the Stampin' Up annual catalogue. You'll find the whole suite. It's called Full of Life and it's on pages 42 and 43. If you are really into bright colours and bold designs, this is a great stamp set and dies. The dies will cut out these wonderful shapes, these gorgeous hearts, that fabulous heart cut out shape there, and the paper is just fantastic. It is all bright colours, different geometric shapes, just such a pretty stamp set. Great for scrapbooking, card making, all your paper crafting desires. So check it out. I'm going to put a link, or I have put a link to all the products I've used in this description bar below using this suite of products, and we are going to be making this little pack gift box here. So belly band comes off like that and opens up, and then I've got a twisters, raspberry twister in here. It'll fit like perhaps a narrow pack of chocolate, bar of chocolate, or some other items in there. I actually cased it from another clever Stampin' Up demonstrator, Erica, my Pink Buckaroo Designs. Her one was slightly different than mine, but I really like the design, so thank you to her for the design. So let's pop that back in there and then put it all away. Really easy to make, and yeah, let's make a start on it. Oops. It's only one little bit of stamping, and that's the sentiment actually. So pop that there. We are going to start with a piece of Berry Burst Designer Series paper, and it measures 7.5 by 11 inches. This is just a strip that's cut from the side, which is going to make our belly band. This piece here is a basic black, and it's cut from using the perennial postage dies, and I've cut a piece of that fabulous Designer Series paper just to match the front here. Now, to give it a little bit of difference, I've actually embossed using the Timber 3D embossing folder another piece of Berry Burst just to go on the top. I hope you can see that. It's just for a little bit of interest, really. You don't have to do that. You could put Designer Series paper on the top if you wanted to. Let's just get this back on here. There we go. And last but not least, using this fabulous die image from the set, I have gone ahead. I'll show you the die image. Just grab that out. There isn't a stamp that coordinates with it. It's just a die, but I love it. And I have die cut a piece of using our new silver foil paper. So that's also in the description bar below. Just get that back on there. All right, let's go ahead and get this pretty little box made. Okay, pull our bits to one side here. Don't need that. All right. What you're going to do is need to bring in either your Simply Scored scoring tool or your actual scoring tool, which is what I'm going to use. My preferred item. And on the, which one shall we start with? On the long side, we're going to score it 1/2 inch and 7.5 inches and 8 inches. That's that long side, 1/2, 7.5 and 8. And on the short side, that's that 7.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 3.5 inches, 4 inches, and 7. So that's our scoring done. So that's what it looks like right now. this is my little template. This is what it's going to look like, all right? So sometimes I find it easier just to pop that over the top to remind myself what exactly it is I'm doing here. So I'm going to flip it round with keeping my template on there. So we're going to be cutting away this whole piece here. So perhaps we'll start with that, I think. Yeah, let's cut that whole piece there out. So grab your paper snips or whatever you prefer to cut with. Actually, before we do that, let's fold and burnish. It's probably easier. You can cut, then fold. But generally I always fold and burnish. And while I'm burnishing it, also folding it, it sort of reminds me the way that the box is going to go. I'm starting it. Yeah. Alright, so the box, it folds over like that, obviously. So let's go ahead and get started. So whatever we do here, let's put that template back on there. That's going to be the top of our box because that's our fold down piece. So I hope this makes it a bit easier. It makes it easier for me. Let's cut away all this whole piece here, right? This whole piece. Cut down here. So cut this away. And cut all of this away, but not that little tab there, okay? Let me cut that one, oops, cut that one away. I'm going to come down here on the keeping the top. Okay, and we're going to cut this one away. Cut that one. Okay. Alright, so now it looks like this. There's our template. Right. Okay. I'm going to cut this piece here all the way. I'm going to cut this one out. Leaving that little one there. And these, I'll just swap to my snips, it's a bit easier. I think we're going to cut that one. Okay, so I'll pause in a minute so you can see, and let's angle cut those as well. Alright, so let's just see where we're at. There's our template on the top, so we've gone ahead and cut those pieces away. Alright, so that's the top and the sides. Now to make it fold up for the bottoms, we're going to cut this little middle piece, that little tab. Don't cut it away, just cut it and wedge. Okay. Same with this one over here. Just wedge. But this one over here, we do need to cut away because that's going to be the bottom of our box. All right, so we do need to cut this little. So we've got that little tab up here at the top. So that's the top of our box. Nice long strip down here. Top's facing you. You want to cut that little one at the little square at the bottom completely away. Don't need that. It's gone. All right. That is all the cutting done. That's what it looks like. Okay. Hope that makes sense. All right. So it's going to close up like this. So that fold at the back. This will come over, they go in, and then these fold up into here. So let's do, what do we do first? Let's do these side pieces first. Right, so I'm going to apply tear and tape down here. papers. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer. This is just much easier if you use your tear and tape. It's the right width, and also you don't want any messy extra little bits of glue. Yeah. Okay. That off. I've got that a little bit close to the edge, but that's okay. Just work it with your fingers, it'll come back. And then fold it over. To close up the box with a nice clean close. Turn it over. I'm just going to pop my bone folder in there to flatten that down a bit. Okay, that's the side done. You can just imagine a nice slimline chocolate going in here, can't you? All right, and then just fold in these side flaps. These ones here. Fold that one in, and then this one comes over. So let's put some tear and tape on there. I'll show you again how I did that before I tear it down. All right, so come back, open it up again. All right, so we want, that's the back of the box, so we want this to close up at the back. Slide side ones in, fold this front one in, and then this comes back over here like that. Right. Okay, and that is the box done. Just need to. Okay, perfect. Now you could have put your designer series paper on the front before you put it all together. I just find it easier to do it now. It's actually easier if you put your product, the item you're giving away, in now. It just makes it a bit easier, but it doesn't actually matter. Because it just doesn't matter. Right, let's put our paper on first. Tombow is going to be your friend, getting it positioned nicely. Right, pop that on. Line that up from the bottom. This measures 2 3/4 by 5 inches, by the way, but I've put all the measurements in below. And we're going to place our other piece on the top here. Okay, which way have I got it going? Let me just have a quick look. Which way did I cut it? That way or that way? That way. And this one is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. You could cut it slightly smaller if you want to, or you could make it to fit completely. I like the tone on tone with the berry burst. I think it looks really smart. Okay. Again, you don't have to emboss that top bit. That was just me wanting to make it look extra pretty. All right, so that's the box made. All we're going to do the belly band is simply to wrap it round. No measurements on this. Just wrap it round. It's going to be too long, I know, but a bit off. Wrap it round. And then just gently hold them in there. Work them with your thumbs there, just to get a couple of score marks going. It was a tiny bit long, wasn't it? And then just burnish them to make them nice and crisp. Fold that round, making it nice and firm, but not so firm that it won't also come off. But it's just to hold the box together, right? Okay, we're nearly done. So there's our belly band holding the lid on. Bring in your piece of basic black, which you have embossed, cut with a perennial postage die, and a little bit of Tombow on the back here. Now, you don't have to put it too much adhesive on here because we're only holding it in the middle. Okay, so you know, foil and Tombow are not really good friends, but for this exercise it won't matter because we are going to be covering it up. So pop that down there. Just this die, I love it. Okay, so it's going to go there. Give it a minute to dry. Let's do our stamping. So I've got a strip of thick basic white. Look, I keep all my extra strips just as I'm cutting my paper, and this one just happens to fit the thank you, this one here, quite nicely. So let's go ahead and stamp that with Berry Burst. Just make sure oh, not great stamping, I'm afraid. Let me just do another one. Luckily I have enough paper. Okay, and Berry Burst is a very bright colour, and you'll generally find that the ink pads are very juicy. I'm just angle cutting them. And a glue dot, not a glue dot, a dimensional. Here. I think probably just one dimensional will do the job for this one. Small dimensional is probably what's called for here, the mini ones. Just a couple of minis in the middle. Yeah, we are nearly finished. This is such an easy little box to make, and I was, as I say, I'm crediting Erica Serwin because this was her design. She used a different set altogether, but I really like it. Thank you to her cleverness. Now you can either adhere that with like a flat tape, or you can put it on with a dimensional, and I'm going to, what am I going to do? Just for the ease of the video, let's just put some Stampin' Seal down here just to hold it on. Use whatever you want. There we go, and there is the box made. That's the one I made earlier, and this is the one I made today. I think it's a pretty use of the paper. Cute little box to make and pretty easy, really. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. Stamping Mary, that's MERRY @gmail.com. Thank you and have a great day.